What are some ideas for tutoring? So, as you enter the house of private tutoring, well, I guess you might not be private tutoring. What else are you doing? Wherever you are, wherever you're tutoring, uh, some ideas for how the session should go include, first and foremost, hopefully you've already established some rapport with the parents so that they know where you stand as a disciplinarian or not. Um, and then you just basically launch into it with the kid as far as, or with the, young adult, whoever you're tutoring, you launch into it as far as what did you go over in class today? What are the things that you didn't quite understand? What are the holes in your knowledge that I need to fill in? And then go over some homework. And so a lot of the time as the tutor, a lot of my time as a tutor is spent being quiet, trying to figure out as the student answers the questions what he's thinking and how he's thinking about it. Because even sometimes if you get the right math, especially math, even sometimes if you get the right answer, they went about it the wrong way, and you need to make sure that they're thinking about it correctly, which borders on brainwashing, but it's math, and I think that's okay with math. The main thing that I was just trying to get across, you need to let them do most of the work as far as conceptual work. They need to paint their own picture as much as possible. The more work the tutor does as far as filling in that blank slate, hopefully it's not blank, hopefully it's pretty filled in by the teacher, but the more work the tutor does, the more specific it is to the tutor's way of thinking and not going to necessarily get A's on the test of a teacher who thinks differently. Somehow, occasionally there needs to be a fun stopping point for some reason, or like a joke, or maybe a break for water and cookies, whatever, milk and cookies, whatever. There needs to be the occasional lightheartedness that helps establish a little bit of rapport beyond just cold, dry tutoring. That's just gonna make it easier for everyone involved, aside from the obvious benefit of the break. And then the tutoring, the parenting situation also needs to have been gotten into at some point, or maybe even regularly after each session. You can report back to the parents and say, little Johnny did really well on his math, he was not so hot on Spanish, whatever. They can go, you can have suggestions for the parents as far as what they should be doing while you're not there. That involving the parents is probably the one thing that'll make your life a lot easier as a tutor, because really it's the student's job to learn how to piece together this information into a picture of a concept, whereas the tutor's job is not so much to brainwash the kid into thinking that way, it's to fill in the holes that the kid couldn't fill in themselves. So those are some tutoring ideas.